Hey everyone, today I'm going to be running through your 1 through 10 Mak Sul techniques. I'll have different videos posted for you guys to do them cross-handed or off of a chest grab. However, in today's video, we're just going to be doing same side wrist grab. All of these different Mak Sul techniques are very important to learn for not only our teens class, for our leadership, our black belt club, but also very, very important for black belts to remember and to review. These Mak Sul techniques are some of the best ones that we have at Sun Martial Arts. So getting these down and learning all the different ways that you can be grabbed and how to defend yourself from them are very, very important. So we're going to go ahead and get started with number 1. She's grabbing my wrist just like this. And remember, we're doing same side wrist grabs. Almost every single one of these techniques that we have at Sun Martial Arts has what's called a balance break. But first, I need to make sure I'm grabbing. So I'm not just bringing my hand out. I'm going to cover, balance break just like this. I'm going to swing her arm over, and you see how my open hand makes this L shape. I'm going to hook her arm, and as I swing it over, I'm going to make sure I keep this good grip on her hand, bring it up to my chest, and I'm going to bend my arm down. Whenever I used to play baseball, we always used to call this motion like the chicken wing. You're doing the exact same thing in your partner with this technique. So I'm going to cover, balance break, this L shape in my hand comes right on her arm. I'm going to make sure to not let go of her fingers. I'm going to pull this back onto my chest, and I'm going to bend my arm down just like this. It's number 1. Number 2, she's grabbing my wrist. I'm going to make this same L shape that we made before, and I'm going to hook her wrist back just like this. Then I'm going to get my opposite hand, make that same L shape, and I'm going to use my thumb on a pressure point in her elbow. We'll come closer here. Everyone has a pressure point that is right here on their elbow, kind of right above their elbow crease. You come up here, that's where that pressure point is, and that's how you want to get it on your partner. You got this hand motion, boom, just like that as you're grabbing. So she's grabbing me, hook the elbow just like this. You're going to step your back foot into your partner and duck under their arm as you turn. Then I'm going to pull it back behind her, and I'm going to have it twisted just like this. You're going to twist their arm so their hand comes up higher and push their hand in and turn. The motion that you're doing is, if I'm grabbing her here, I'm turning her arm and trying to squeeze her arm together. This is the motion whenever I have it. We'll run through it one more time. Hook the elbow, step under, step behind, twist. Just like that. Wait for the tap. Number 3, she's grabbing my hand. Just like number 1, you're going to cover, balance break, and hook and swing. Just like we did number 1, you're going to put it on your shoulder. There's 2 different ways to do number 3. The first way, the easier way for me, is I'm going to get this hand and bring it up on that same pressure point on the elbow and pull it back. I'm going to make sure her hand stays bent just like this, and I'm going to make sure that I'm lined up with her just like this. If the technique is over here or I'm facing this way, it doesn't work very well. I have her just like this, and I'm going to bow towards her. The other way that you can do number 3, and this is the way that I've been teaching more of my teen class, whenever you step back, you turn, you put it over here. I'm going to bring my hand under with this open hand, and I'm going to use this to push this back at her, and then I'm going to come over her bicep as I bow. Number 3s are very, very good if you have your feet together and you bow like this as you're doing them. However, it's even better if you can get into a cat stance, raise up, and then push down on your partner as you're doing them. So if you want a way to advance your number 3, get into that cat stance, kind of push up and down as you're doing it. Number 4. With number 4, she's grabbing me extra tight. The way that I teach this in my teens class is starting with a difficult move that we call finger in the light socket. We'll come over here and get much closer. You see where her wrist connects with her hand right here. I'm going to get this part of my index finger right here, kind of lumps out just a little bit, and I'm going to use that part to drive my hand into her wrist. Not only am I going to push, but I'm going to rub up and down, kind of like a saw as I'm pushing. The entire goal of this technique is to get their hand off and then to re-grab. So you have both thumbs on top just like this. She's grabbing. I'm going to rub, get both my thumbs on top. Once both of my hands are on top, I can go on to the next part of this number 4 technique. I'm just like this. I'm going to do that same step under as number 2, but then I'm going to have her hand come back out in front of me. I'm going to make sure this elbow stays up, and I'm going to twist her wrist, moving back into her. A lot of students make the mistake of kind of just standing right here as they're doing the technique, or they're way away from their partner. You see the distance we have? We want to make sure we close that distance, we get it extra tight, and we're walking into our partner, forcing them to move. Number 5. With this one, you're going to take a step back with your opposite side foot. So she's grabbing my left wrist. I'm going to take a step back with my right foot, and this hand comes up in front of my face like this. A lot of you guys know this technique to be kind of like our wave goodbye, where this kind of comes right in front of their face. After you do this motion just like this, if your partner doesn't let go, you're going to get your opposite hand and put your thumb on the back of her hand, and then do the same thing with your left, just like this. So it should look like this on the back of her hand. So we'll do it one more time. She's grabbing. I'm going to step back, wave, grab, grab. And whenever I get her here, I teach my teens class 1 or 2 things. If she tries to move away, I'm going to step into her and twist. If she tries to move closer to me, I'm going to push this wrist down. Either way, you're making sure you have a good wrist lock so you can twist this wrist one way or another. That's number 5. Number 6 is just like number 1. She's grabbing tight under this wrist. I'm going to cover, balance break, swing, and put it on my shoulder, all the way up till number 1. The difference between number 1 and number 6 is with number 1, you're going to keep your hand grabbing here. With number 6, you're going to let go. The most common way to do this number 6 technique is to get your hand right under their elbow just like this. You're going to push up and then push down as you're doing it. You can either do this with your hand, or you could do this with your arm and get your whole arm into it. A lot of students in my teen class have also put their forearm on their elbow like this and push down. Those are all different variations of that number 6. The thing that makes it the number 6 technique is your hand is no longer grabbing and has let go. The main issue that I'm seeing students find whenever they're doing this technique is watch this hand. I'm going to grab her wrist. It will never let go. The only reason this technique works is because my hand will never leave her wrist. This is a very similar theme with almost all of our techniques, but it's extra especially important in number 6. If I try and do the technique and I let go of her wrist, it just does not work. You have to make sure you keep a good wrist lock. Number 7 is grabbing just like this. With number 7, we introduce a new type of balance break. It's called a handshake grip. I teach my teen students to take a step back with their opposite foot. She's grabbing my left hand. I take a step back with my right foot, and I'm going to smack this hand off just like this. If she's not having a good grip, we immediately get rid of her grabbing me, and now I can get my hands into a fighting stance. I'm going to take a step back, and now I'm going to grab just like this. So I'm grabbing her arm. This is where our handshake grip comes from. I'm here. Now I'm going to move the arm that is being grabbed and move it into an elbow to elbow. So on this side, it would look like this. Handshake, elbow to elbow. Then make it even better, you get in extra close. You're going to grab up on their wrist like this. So I'm grabbing her wrist. I'm going to turn under my arm and back into her. So I'm pushing this one. We'll do it one more time. So she's facing me. She's grabbing my wrist. I'm going to handshake, elbow to elbow, and I'm getting in close. I'm going to come under my arm and turn. That way it can get just like this. You want to end with the technique looking like this. This is good. This is great. Get your elbow in the back. This is the best way to do this technique, but make sure you do it lightly and you do it slow. That's number 7. On to number 8. This one's very similar to number 4. You're going to do that same finger in the light socket to get their arm off. She's grabbing me tight. I have to rub this, get her hand off, and then get both thumbs on top just like this. I'm going to step into her. This arm comes up just like number 4. See how her elbow's up? Now we're going to turn that elbow down. We do this by bringing her wrist up and moving back into our partners. This is good. Get on their fingers like this. It's only their pinky or their ring finger you should be getting on. Not all of them, just these 2. This is great. Point this hand at their face and pull it towards you. This is the best way of doing this. That final way is only for my teens class. Leadership and Black Belt Club students, that is not for you guys just yet. It's something that you can look forward to for future techniques though. Now on to number 9. She's got a tight grip just like this. With number 9, we do that same finger in the light socket into this double thumb on top of the wrist grab, just like this. Now, with number 9, just like number 4, I'm going to step into her. That way our bodies are coming across each other. Make sure you have a good wrist grab. I'm going to come under this arm and keep it twisted. Whenever you keep this arm good and twisted, however far I step out is however far that she has to go to the ground. So let's move this way. If I decide I want to put her on a red dot across the room or as far as I possibly can, all I have to do is step out very far, twist that wrist, and I'm going to try and bring her hand to my foot. And I'm just going to move like this. The better your wrist lock is with this technique, and always help your partner out. The better your wrist lock is with this technique, the more that they are going to move. If I want to decide to do this technique where all I'm doing is kind of moving her like this, I can do that, and I get to decide when I want to take her down. With all of our techniques, but especially with this number 9, keeping that good wrist lock is fundamental for making sure it works. Number 10, she's grabbing my wrist. This one works very similar to number 9, and you can get 9 and 10 mixed up a lot. The way that you can identify between the two is number 10, you're going to do kind of that elbow to elbow that we did whenever it came to doing that number 7. So she's grabbing me, same finger in the light socket grip. Get both thumbs on top just like this. I'm going to step into her, do that elbow to elbow, and this will come right up under me just like this. If I'm a lot smaller than she is, the way that you want to do this is get in tight and come up on your toes. The farther you bring this down, the better the technique is going to work. With that technique, you are very, very close to end up breaking your partner's arm, so make sure you go slow. The continuation and into this number 10 technique will look like this. I'm going to finger in the light socket, both thumbs on top. I step in, 1, 2, and if you can throw and roll your partner so they can get out of it just like this. Now, the way that you can identify the difference between doing either a number 9 or number 10 incorrectly, if you're trying to do your number 10 and you move into them in the number 9, you will find that their elbow will bend whenever you're doing it. So if I'm trying to do the technique and I'm going like this and it's not working, I've now just spun the wrong way. The way that you can correct this is either restart or you turn back into them and you'll get into this number 10 technique like this. Making sure you're getting under that arm. All right, I want you to practice all 1 through 10 or as many as that you remember. This is always good review for you guys to have whenever you're looking back on techniques, especially for you members that are trying to become black belts soon. It is very, very important that you're practicing all these techniques because these are very, very easy ones to end up doing all of your different random attack techniques on. So I want you guys to go make sure that you practice those techniques, especially at home, either nicely with a sibling or nicely with a parent who's willing to do it with you, because practicing anything just at the studio isn't very good. You want to make sure you're getting at-home practice all the time as well. However, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day.